Positively, Jax. It's the season of giving, and one man received the gift of life thanks to an organ donor. Terry Collier is a marathon runner and even carried the Olympic torch. He was in the hospital for 180 days waiting on a heart because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And Terry joins us right now via Zoom. Terry, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
How are you feeling today?
Like $1 million bill.
And can you tell us a little bit about what the condition was that led up to you needing a transplant?
Well, the condition originally was shortness of breath. And then I went in for my buddy took me in to Emory in Atlanta for a checkup. And after that, they realized there was some complications with my heart and my left ventricle. And they ran the test and realized I had a heart attack, but there were no prior symptoms. It was just all of a sudden.
And when did you learn that you were going to need a heart transplant?
Probably July of 2018.
What was that like for you as somebody who is an avid runner?
The first thing I said was not me, but it can hit anybody, but you got to be prepared for it. It was a shock, of course, like any condition that we have like this. But at the same time, you just have to trust in God and pray and carry on, and that's what I've done so far.
And this past spring, you were admitted to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, where you spent 180 days until that call came for a transplant. What was that like for you, and how did you feel in terms of safety? Well,
first of all, I got admitted to Mayo in February of this year, and at the same time the pandemic hit. So the safety is and has been Mayo's #1 priority. So I was not in any concern about my safety, and spending 180 days in the hospital waiting for that third try, it's worth it because I'm sitting here today. And I'm very happy and pleased with the service I got from Mayo, and they continue to do the same thing. And they made very sure that what they did for me was the right thing every step of the way, and it is.
And when did you receive your heart transplant?
July of this year.
And what do you plan to do now that you have your new heart going forward?
Well, now that I have the new heart, the main thing I want to do is, if it's allowable, to meet the donor family and set up a meeting with them and cry with them at the same time and carry on. But my main goal as a runner, I ran the Grand Canyon when I turned 40 years old, and my goal is to run it again. And that's my goal by the end of 2021. My goal is to run the Grand Canyon again as a part of saying I did it, thanks to my new heart. So me and my buddy, I call it, are going to do it for the first time.
And as you mentioned, you waited 180 days. What advice do you have for other people who may be waiting on an organ right now?
Well, it's, I can write a book about that one, but it's just, the advice is be patient, believe in God, and He will deliver. And you can't stress. There's a lot of things that went on during that 180 days that was very emotional, but you've got to pick yourself up and keep going.
Terry, we are so glad to hear that you are feeling well this morning, and we continue to wish you the best. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.